Waterfront, Walkers Road, and Red Bay.
Radio Cayman,
the voice,
the heart, the soul of the Cayman Islands.
Good morning. It is now time for Radio Cayman's Business Buzz, brought to you with the kind compliments of Cayman Medical Supplies and Cayman Insurance Center.
And now, Radio Cayman presents The Business Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter. Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. Here's your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning and welcome to the Business Buzz. This is the Tuesday edition of the Business Buzz. And this morning we'll be dancing away until 8 o'clock. Since 1988, the Cayman Islands National Dance Company, CINDCO, formerly Dance Unlimited, has offered the highest quality instruction in dance for students of all ages and performed in theaters, at special events and festivals locally, regionally, and throughout the world. 33 years of performances have generated lasting memories and earned them a loyal following of supportive parents, past students, their children, and now the next generation, the generation of future dancers. This company, Cayman Islands National Dance Company, has grown up and changed. Artistic Director Emerita, Ms. Lorna Reed, has now passed the baton of leadership to one of our very own original dancers, Mrs. Jessica Eden. With more than 30 years of dance experience, training, and knowledge, Mrs. Eden looks forward to continuing the mission of dance excellence that began with the 11 original dancers and its director by building on that foundation. CINDCO is now focused on developing a cadre of trained dancers who embody the spirit of our artistic director's original vision and transforming that vision for continued future growth. And having said that, I'd like to welcome to our studio this morning Mrs. Jessica Eden. Jessica is the Artistic Director and founder member of the Cayman Islands National Dance Company. And joining her in the studio, Miss Ika Eden Martin. Ika is the Assistant Artistic Director. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
See, you have your coffee cups with you?
Yes.
I'm jealous, very jealous. Susan and I are just drinking water. Good morning, Susan.
Morning, Susan.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, ladies again. Can you share about the Cayman Islands National Dance Company's journey of dancing, joyfully, of course, for over 3 decades?
Well, over 3
And
decades.
Jessica. Good morning, Jessica.
Yeah, good morning. Well, we started off with Lorna Reed with 11 dancers, and our training ground was in the school hall. At the time, it would be known as Cayman Islands High School, or I think is the SciFec facility. So that's where we had our training ground, and also the Cayman Islands Middle School. So we started in school hall, and we grown from out of the school hall into a proper facility with proper dance floor, which we're in a gym. Then we're now into our own kind of space where we don't have to share with other persons. We started with dancers who had a passion for dance, who came from different nationalities under the directorship of Lorna Reed, who had a vision to grow dance in the Cayman Islands, because dance was at the time was only in the form of ballet. And her background came from Jamaica with modern contemporary and Afrofusion, and she wanted to share that with the people of the Cayman Islands, and that's where we started, and it has grown from then. A lot of the dance schools and dance instructors in the islands have stemmed from the Cayman Island National Dance Company, which we're proud of. We're really appreciative of the fact that dance has grown on the island. It's no longer seen as something that's just ballet based or something that's entertainment in the sense of a nightclub. It is now seen as an art form. and is also accepted into the churches, because at first dance was not seen in churches, was frowned upon, and now that is, dance is seen as, a way of expression right down to the religious format.
And that's more of an expressive form of dance.
Yes,
sort of
lyrical,
more spiritual sort
more
of thing.
spiritual, yes.
Okay. Ika, good morning.
Morning.
I can't let you get away with being quiet over there.
No.
Now, Ika, your journey with Cayman Islands National Dance Company.
It's been a long one. I started when I was 14 at
Wow.
the John Gray High School at
And
the
you're
time.
just 22 right now, right?
Oh yeah, very. And I've been there since. I left for 2 years and I studied in Jamaica, and I came back and I'm still with the company.
Did you study dance?
I
or-
studied dance in Jamaica at the Edna Manley College, and I came back and now I'm the assistant artistic director.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, to you both, for Jessica for taking up the baton, and you, Ika, for just jumping in there, and now you're the assistant artistic director. Now, Cayman National Dance Company, you've come a long way, right? Your journey, you've danced your way through. I've watched you for lots of times at different events, whether it's at UCCI or just about anywhere.
Yeah.
You've been performing. Now, how do you feel as a group, having entertained us here in the Cayman Islands for the past 32 years, and now beginning into your 33rd season? How do you feel?
You want to start? Because from your perspective,
How do you feel, Ika?
how do you feel?
It's great. We've held on very long, and I think we should continue. It's like we've been a forefront for a lot of dancers and a very stepping stone. So especially since it was just seen as an entertainment thing, we're using it as education, as to show kids can be dedicated to something, and it's not just as a hobby.
And now you're putting on your you do have an annual show, right?
Yes, we do have an annual show.
Do you have
every
like
year.
smaller performances as well throughout the year?
Throughout the year, we tend to do within the communities, or if different organizations having functions and they would like us to perform, we'll do that. We try now and then to do a Christmas show. Last year, was the first time in a long time we did a Christmas show because of COVID. But otherwise, we would kind of more engage within the community. We found that we tend to really spread the appreciation of dance.
Okay, and now you're continuing the mission of dance excellence here in the Cayman Islands to embody the spirit of the artistic director's original vision, aren't you?
Yes.
So how do you plan on continuing on with this vision now, Jessica?
Okay. Well, the original vision, and is still something we are strongly enforcing, is to foster the growth of development and appreciation of dance, while we enhance our cultural foundation. So in doing that, we equip our dancers with technique base to allow their bodies to be strong to execute any form of dance. And then we visit the different movement that is seen within cultural dances locally and for the Caribbean, because a lot of our culture tend to stem from from different Caribbean countries, in particular Jamaica. And we then incorporate those elements into what we do when we teach in different forms of movement. And we reach out to schools and through our training with kids so that they could fully understand where a lot of movement come from, where a lot of dance, different dance music that they enjoy a lot come from, and kind of to make that link. And when possible, we try to plug in a little history so that their knowledge of where we are, where we're coming from, is broadened.
Okay. Now, we all went through the COVID last year. Well, we're still in COVID, but last year we had, you had planned a show, retrospective, and you had to put it off But did that still happen last year?
It did. We put it off when it would normally be in May, June, and we carried it forward to December.
To December. Okay.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was well received.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now we're a little braver. We're out there. We don't have to wear a mask. We're comfortable being around each other, not having to keep that social distance, and we can sit in a theater or somewhere in a smaller space and enjoy a performance. And so this year, you're putting together Gratitude. Let's talk about Gratitude. Can you share some details on why, how the name Gratitude came about? Why was that chosen for the show?
Gratitude.
Jessica's smiling.
Yeah. Basically, it speaks for itself. We are thankful. Thankful for all that we've been through, all the experiences we encountered. Thankful for the fact that in our little country, we were able to reduce social distances. We were able to gather. Because during COVID, we continued our training through Zoom, which were difficult. That personal interaction made it very difficult for us to continue that route. So when we were able to come back together, we were very thankful for that. Yes. So in many aspects, gratitude just is our way of saying thank you. Thank you for the fact that we're here. Thank you for the fact that we can share our art form. Thank you that we're all safe. So,
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. So what can we expect from from Gratitude? What sort of what do you have what sort of pieces? What's in the repertoire?
We have repertoire from where we had like some Victory, which is an old piece that we had. We're bringing it back. We have a piece called On the Edge, which is a piece that I choreographed a few years ago. We're bringing that back also. We have a few new pieces, not much. And, I mean, it's a variety show. It's different genres. We have one called Picante.
What's that called?
Picante.
Picante.
Yep, so it's a
Is that
Latin
hot?
flavor. So we have contemporary in there. We have some Latin in there. It's a variety.
Do you ever do like quadrille dancing and stuff like that?
We do.
Okay. But
We
not
do.
in the show.
We won't be doing it in this show.
Not in the show, okay. Now, when and where will Gratitude take place?
It'll be held on June 5th and 6th at the Harkwell Theatre.
Okay, and ticket price is?
Tickets are $25 for adults and $15 for children.
Where can I get my tickets, Ika?
You can get them from Radiance Dance Studio or from any of the dancers, or you can buy them at the door. You can also call 926-1826.
And this morning we have 2 tickets to give away, Susan. So we'll take the first call, and not right now, when we come back from break. So don't call. We have to find a question for you. So, but in the meantime, Ika or Jessica, can you describe some of the of your best performances and what you usually do to prepare for a show?
All of our performances I would consider best because
Yeah.
each have a different experience.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yes. In preparation for them, our training increases to ensure that we are ready mentally and physically. What else do we would do in the sense of preparation for them? I would say mostly it involves us preparing mentally and physically. Our remembrance of the dances, going through them, ensuring that we are working as a team, and the dance looks like a unit and quite uniform.
Do you put a lot of focus on your costume, on your wardrobe?
Our costume tend to reflect what the dance feels for.
Okay.
Our focus, we try to comes from the mood. We want the audience to feel what we are feeling as much as possible. So I wouldn't say too much focus is put on costume, but more in the sense of our expression and how we deliver it.
How many members make up the Cayman Islands National Dance Company?
with a combination of our company dancers and our apprentice dancers, we have about, say, 25.
Okay.
For this weekend, 20 of them will be performing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty big turnout.
Yes.
Put it that way. What are the most important traits a dancer should have?
Willing and able, the dedication, self-awareness, endurance, basically, the confidence, to go on stage. Mm-hmm. Patience, because it takes a while to learn a dance. Spatial awareness.
And how do you ensure your dancers is strong and are fit to perform? Do you have like a certain diet you have to be on? How does that work?
We tend to remind them, to take their vitamins daily, drink water. They need to rest, especially, if they get injured. We don't want no injuries there. We do have set times of when rehearsals are, but at the same time, they need to rest. And we all know we all busy with other lives also. Mm-hmm. So we need to take that into consideration. So,
how do you keep fit? Well, maybe besides dancing, how do you stay strong and positive and motivated?
I'm a workaholic.
I could tell.
So, I run in the mornings, then I'd go to work, then I'd go to dance, and then I have to deal with my own family. So, and in between that, I take my rest moments.
Okay. And how about you, Jessica?
I tend to like to balance everything I do, so I try as much as possible to allocate different time frames for everything I do. Although I tend to give a lot more to dance because that's just my passion. But otherwise, I definitely try to find times when it's just my me time, where is stillness and where I could get my mind to rest, get my body to rest, and just reflect on all that has been happening, so that I could continue move forward. So one day at a time.
One day at a time.
Organized.
I can tell. I can tell. She's one of those people who manage her time well, very well. If you're just joining us, you're listening to the Business Buzz. This is a Tuesday edition in Eden Your Company. And in the studio this morning, we have Mrs. Jessica Eden. She's the Artistic Director and founding member of the Cayman Islands National Dance Company. Alongside her, we have Ms. Ika Eden Martin. Ika is the Assistant Artistic Director of Cayman Islands National Dance Company as well. And ladies, thank you so much. We're going to take a quick break. Thanks to our sponsors, Cayman Insurance Center and Cayman Medical Supplies.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, he hath founded it upon the seas. Alban A. Whitaker, 1916 to 1992. Alban Whitaker was born in Northside, son of Mr. and Mrs. Jehu Whitaker. He served as an able-bodied seaman for 30 years and in the Royal Navy during World War II. He was one of Cayman's first 2 taxi drivers, the other being Ira Thompson. He started the first car rental agency along with his wife Hyacinth. They operated the business Pink Ladies Jeep out of their home on North Church Street. He also owned and operated a management company that managed 13 privately owned homes on 7 Mile Beach, where he was a true ambassador for the Cayman Islands, greeting the hundreds of tourists who visited. Mr. Whitaker held the world record for bone fishing in the Cayman Islands, 36 bonefish in half an hour.
Since 1993, Rotary Central has worked diligently each year to provide quality bus shelters to our community. A traveling convenience to our school children, the elderly, young people going to work, guest workers, and visitors using the public bus. We, Rotary Central, help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way. positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over 83 bus shelters. Every dollar you spend, every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
Radio Cayman's historical vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Still delivering island-wide for your convenience.
2020, unprecedented times, uncertainty, and literally a new way of life.
Life happens, usually without warning.
That is why making sure that your family is insured is so important.
Cayman Insurance Center, 47 years strong, working to protect your family and your most valuable assets.
Whether you need to get a quote, renew a policy, or file a claim, Cayman Insurance Center is here to protect you and your family.
For more information, call 949-4657. Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, health, motor, and other lines of insurance products and services at affordable rates.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Thank you. Welcome back to the Business Buzz. In the studio this morning, we have from the Cayman Islands National Dance Company, Mrs. Jessica Eden. Jessica's artistic director and, of course, a founding member. And alongside her, we have Miss Ika Eden Martin. Ika is the assistant artistic director. And we have 2 tickets to give away for the show. Saturday and Sunday. And we'd like for you to call us and give us the name of the show. Now, we've been saying this all along. So if you can't get the name of the show, I haven't been doing my job. Right, Susan? So call us on 949-6990 and please tell us the name of the show that Susan will give us a 1-800 number. So, okay, I can't remember the 800 number, Susan. It's 1-800-534-8255. So that's 1-800-534-8255. And give us the name of the show that the Cayman Islands National Dance Company will be putting on this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And girls, what time does the show start on Saturday?
At 7 o'clock.
At 7 o'clock. And Sunday?
And at 5 o'clock.
Okay, and we have a caller on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Do you have an answer for the question? What is the name of the show that the Cayman Islands National Dance Company will be putting on this weekend?
Yes, Gratitude.
Gratitude. That's as simple as that. Simple as that. So you've won yourself 2 tickets. We're giving you 2 tickets so you can bring someone with you. The ladies are being very generous this morning. So you're getting a pair of tickets to see Gratitude this weekend, and I think you can come eat whichever night you choose. Right, the tickets don't.
Correct.
You're not restricted to one night. You can either come Saturday or the Sunday. And please stay on the line. Can I have your name, please?
You don't know who this is?
Sorry?
You don't know this voice?
Miss Lana?
Yes.
Miss Lana, good morning.
Good morning. In fact, I just wrote you on the WhatsApp because I have some senior friends that we always go together to find out if they were giving a senior's rate. because these girls never want to go without me. So.
Well, look at how you can bring somebody with you, Miss Lana.
Yes, I will, definitely.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
And stay on the line and give Susan your number, okay? So now, as we can, thank you, Miss Lana. Congratulations, and like I said, bring a friend with you. Now, Jessica, before we run out of time here, Jessica and Ika, who are some of the sponsors that are offering assistance for Gratitude 2 nights performance?
Caribbean Utility Company, ARC Directors, Vice Closet, Radio Cayman,
of course,
and the Compass Media.
Okay. I want to say thank you to all your sponsors. What type of music do you typically use for your dance performances?
We use pop, dance hall, soca, Afrobeat. This year we have like a reggaeton mix.
Oh, yay. Is that what you're going to do, your picante too? The reggaeton?
No, that's more of jazz.
Oh, okay.
That's like a jazz fusion there.
Okay, got me on that one. Okay. And what will be the duration of the Gratitude show?
It will run 2 hours long.
2 hours long.
That includes intermission.
Okay, 1 intermission.
Yes. Correct.
Okay. That's good. That's a lot of entertainment.
Yes, it is.
Okay, for that a little bit of money. What is the most challenging and rewarding key points about the dance industry? You girls been dancing for a while.
Dedication. It's looked at more of a hobby, and we get some dancers in. They do 1 season, and we go on a break, and they don't come back. They want when we come back. They find something else to do within that break, or they get very busy doing something else. So, to me, it's more of a dedication.
Like anything else that we do, dedication. You have to put time into it. You have to put the work in, and then you reap the satisfaction.
Yes.
What do you think, Jessica? What are your thoughts on that?
I find it self-rewarding. And very motivating. From an instructor perspective, I find a lot of appreciation when I see dancers grow from a stage they were not able to accomplish, overcoming their challenges. To me, I really appreciate seeing that, and it brings me great joy.
I can see that. I can see the two of you. I mean, the members of Cayman Islands National Dance Company who stayed with the company for all these years. That says a lot. It says a lot for teamwork. It says a lot for motivation. It says a lot for just the pleasure of dancing, the joy of dancing. Now, what advice would you offer the next generation of future dancers?
Don't stop.
Don't stop. That's good advice. Don't stop.
Everyone has a rhythm.
Yes.
We will find yours.
Okay. Are you talking to me?
No, not just you personally.
Okay.
I would say the sky's the limit. When you encounter obstacles, challenges, those are just stuff or experiences to make you stronger.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So before I let you go, we're heading up 2 minutes to news time. Can you recap on the main points on Gratitude and how we can get more information on the Cayman Islands National Dance Company?
Okay. Remember Gratitude this weekend at the Hartwell Theatre, Saturday night at 7 p.m., Sunday night at 5 p.m. You can get your tickets by WhatsApp or call in 926-1826. Or you could stop by Radiance Dance Studio in Countryside Shopping Village, or you can get them at the door or from any of the dancers.
Okay. And what will you have coming up for summer?
For the summer, we have a 6 weeks adult program, which is going to provide you with a variety of classes each day at 6:30 to 7:30, just an hour long. We will be offering heels classes, Afrofusion, soca size, stretch and flex, PBT. So they're class for all. So anything you feel for, come this 6 weeks, start in the middle of June to the end of July. Adult classes, no experience required. You just want to dance, coming out.
No, congratulations, girls. And please have a wonderful, wonderful show both nights. I won't say break a leg because you got to keep your bones intact, okay? So just congratulations and all the best. And Miss Lana, if you're still listening, there's still hope for the two of us to get into one of these summer classes. Thank you, Mrs. Jessica Eden, Artistic Director and founding member. Also, Miss Ika Eden Martin, Assistant Artistic Director, the Cayman Islands National Dance Company. It's time to go to the news. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you, Anita. And studio time now by Foster's is 7:59.
When you're on the go, the experienced team at Foster's Pharmacy are here to help. Drop off your prescription while you shop or WhatsApp us and we'll prepare it, ready for your arrival.
Whether you need prescription or over-the-counter medications, blood glucose testing, or advice on vitamins and supplements, we're here early in the morning to late at night. Both of our locations at our Camana Bay and airport stores are open 6:30 a.m. to 9 p.m., Monday to Saturday.
For more info, visit fosters.ky/pharmacy. Foster's Pharmacy. Better health because we care.
The 8 a.m. News is proudly sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. For further information, please visit chamberpension.ky. The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. We're here for you. We are a not-for-profit, member-centric plan with a democratically elected volunteer board of trustees representing all sectors of the Cayman Islands economy. We have an all-in expense ratio of less than 1%, over 20,000 members, and $490 million in assets under management. We were the first multi-employer pension plan approved by the regulator in the late 1990s, and today we are still strong, secure, and are here for our employees and employers alike. If you would like to join or require further information, visit chamberpension.ky. And for information as it happens, follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. Email admin@pensions.ky or call 745-7630. The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. We're here for you.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. His Excellency the Governor Martin Roper says he's pleased to get a copy of the Domestic Election Observers Report this week. Radio Cayman's April Cummings.
The governor says the report confirms the 2021 general elections were organized to a very high standard and, quote, rightly points out the election supervisor and his team deserve praise for organizing the poll effectively and transparently. The report makes some 23 recommendations for improvements to the elections process. These are the domestic observers' insights, a team appointed when it became clear the team of international observers could not be physically present because of the global pandemic. The governor notes as a result their preparation time was limited and thanks them for all of their hard work in producing their report. As to the international observers under the umbrella of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, they did monitor the election remotely, and their report will be out in late June. The governor says it will be up to government and Parliament to consider how they plan to take forward both sets of recommendations. April Cummings, Radio Cayman News.
Premier the Honorable Wayne Panton appreciates those who came out to the COVID-19 vaccine clinic this past weekend.
I've met a lot of people who are here getting their first shots. I've explained to them that we are very grateful. Some of them have initially been sort of hesitant to make that decision. But this is what we all have to do, because this is an absolute key to us being able to reopen our borders and to reestablish our economy safely, to protect our people and to get things going again.
Audio there courtesy of CID-TV. The Premier and other members of the PAT government turned out to Saturday's clinic, which offered prizes and other incentives to get the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine. The current supply expires at the end of June, which means people need to get their first vaccine by June 9th. Listen to Radio Cayman's bulletin board for the latest on clinic hours and locations, or check out our website at radiocayman.gov.ky. And Cabinet has granted conditional approval for this year's KMAS Carnival Street Parade taking place on August 7th. The approval is contingent on organizers adhering to strict criteria to ensure the safe carnival experience for patrons, as well as for the Cayman Islands. The conditions include the stipulation that anyone who participates in the parade in any capacity, including masqueraders, drivers, marshals, DJs, etc., must have completed a full course of the vaccine at least 14 days prior to the start of the parade. Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which will take us out of the newscast. I'm Karsley Fuller from Radio Cayman's newsroom.
BBC News with Jerry Smith. Gunmen have attacked and wounded Uganda's former army commander, killing his daughter and driver. General Katumba Wamala is the latest target in a string of high-profile shootings. Other victims in recent years have included a magistrate, Muslim clerics and a senior police chief. Pope Francis has issued the most comprehensive overhaul of Roman Catholic Church laws for nearly 40 years, toughening penalties for abusing children. A senior cleric said that the Church had previously sometimes put mercy before justice. Rights activists have accused the Houthi rebels in northern Yemen of undermining international efforts to supply their territory with coronavirus vaccines. There's been no vaccination process in Houthi-held areas. The world's largest food company, Nestlé, has said it's trying to update its nutrition and health strategy after reportedly admitting that many of its mainstream food and drink products will be classified as unhealthy. The Financial Times newspaper cited internal documents. A new European Union institution officially starts work today to bring to justice fraudsters who cost the EU and its member states billions of dollars a year. The new office said that cross-border fraud in the EU was underreported, underestimated, and often even tolerated. 2 Thai anti-government protest leaders remanded on charges of insulting the king have been granted bail. They're in hospital being treated for coronavirus after a huge outbreak in the country's jails. NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg says its mission in Afghanistan will end within weeks, despite the security situation remaining difficult and challenging. He said that at some stage Afghans had to take full responsibility for their future. BBC News.
The 8 a.m. news is proudly sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. For further information, please visit chamberpension.ky.
The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. We're here for you. Are you aware of the performance of your pension plan? The Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan provides quarterly fund fact sheets for our members to stay informed with the plan's performance. For the year ended August 31st, various life cycle funds provided returns between 9.2% and 16.5%, and our all-in expense ratio is currently the lowest it's ever been, a record low at 0.72%. Visit chamberpension.ky to review our fund fact sheets. You can see the performance as far back as 10 years. Remember that pensions are a longer-term investment strategy. Focus on the long term rather than the short-term returns. The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan continues to perform for you.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman for the latest in news and information.
Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Download the Radio Cayman app or log on to our website, www.radiocayman.gov.ky.
Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you. From cookware to stereos, from power tools to plumbing supplies. Yeah, we got the best goods with the best price and a service to make you smile. At Kirk's Home Center, we got a great deal in store for you.
The 8:10 a.m. weather report, Monday through Friday, is proudly sponsored by Pan American International Insurance Corporation. Pan American International Insurance Corporation, meeting the life, accident, and health insurance needs of individuals and businesses to ensure financial security and peace of mind. For more information, call 949-8304 or visit www.palig.com. That's PALIG.com.
For over 100 years, more than 5.8 million people across the Americas and the Caribbean have placed their trust in Pan American Life Insurance Group. We have delivered on our promise and have proven that we're more than just an insurance company, we're family. To learn more about our first-in-class group health and employee benefit solutions, please visit Pan American Life Insurance Company of the Cayman Islands at Unit 221, Cannon Place East, North Sound Road, Grand Cayman, or contact us at 949-8304. You can also visit us online at www.palig.com. Pan American Life, people you can trust for life.
Top of the morning to you. Let's take a look at the very latest weather report. Current temperature is 82 degrees. Relative humidity is 88%. The barometric pressure 29.98 inches and falling. The wind is east at 5 knots. Overnight low temperature was 77 degrees. Synopsis indicate light winds and slight seas with some isolated showers are expected over the Cayman area for the next 24 hours, associated with an upper level trough over the Western Caribbean. Radar images show isolated showers in and around the Cayman area moving towards the southwest. Now the forecast for today calling for partly cloudy skies with a 40% chance of showers, and showers will be locally heavy at times, and temperatures will be in the upper 80s. Your winds will be east to southeast at 5 to 10 knots, and seas will be slight with wave heights of 1 to 3 feet. And the forecast for tonight calling for partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of late night showers, and temperatures falling to the upper 70s tonight. Your winds will be east to southeast at 5 knots or less, and seas will be smooth with wave heights of less than 2 feet. Low tide will be this morning at 10:14, high tide this afternoon at 4:20, and a low tide again tonight at 60 minutes past 10. The sun will set this evening at 6:59 and will rise tomorrow morning at 5:47. And the outlook is calling for similar weather conditions through Thursday morning.
The 8:10 a.m. weather report, Monday through Friday, is proudly sponsored by Pan American International Insurance Corporation. Pan American International Insurance Corporation, meeting the life, accident, and health insurance needs of individuals and businesses to ensure financial security and peace of mind. For more information, call 949-8304 or visit www.palig.com. That's PALIG.com.
For over 100 years, more than 5.8 million people across the Americas and the Caribbean have placed their trust in Pan American Life Insurance Group. We have delivered on our promise and have proven that we are more than an insurance company. We are family. To learn more about our first-in-class individual and group life, disability and accident solutions, please visit Pan American International Insurance Corporation at Unit 221, Cannon Place East, North Sound Road, Grand Cayman, or contact us at 949-8304 and visit us online at www.palig.com. Pan American Life, people you can trust for life.
During these unprecedented times, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Cayman Strong Series. The Cayman Strong Series is brought to you by OnCourse Cayman. Visit oncourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. OnCourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
Achieving your goals is a very rewarding feeling, but at times can feel very frustrating, especially if and when we miss our target. As you approach your goals in life, set yourself up for success.
When setting your goals, celebrate your progress. It's important to acknowledge progress each step of the way as you achieve your goals. Everything that you do to move in that direction gets you a little closer. Planning small rewards along the way can help to keep things interesting and give us a taste of what sweet success will be like.
Change your thinking and change your life.
Radio Cayman's Cayman Strong Series was brought to you by OnCourse Cayman. Visit oncourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. OnCourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
These days, feelings of loneliness, anxiety, stress, and depression can be overwhelming. Just know you are not alone. OnCourse Cayman offers private mental health services for children, teens, adults, and groups. Visit oncourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. OnCourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Good morning. Let's take a look at what's happening traffic-wise. On Shamrock Road, traffic is steady as you get closer to the Lidford Pearson Highway. Busy traffic. slight delays expected. Coming off of the Linford Pearson Highway, also busy traffic, and traffic is steady on Huldah Avenue and coming off of Bobby Thompson Way. Moderate flow of traffic on the Westby Road in front of the Ritz, and coming from the Butterfield roundabout, heading towards the Industrial Park area, traffic is flowing moderately. Light traffic on Owen Roberts Drive as we look to Edward Street, downtown Georgetown. Traffic is moderate, as well as on Shedden Road. And that's the very latest on your traffic. Join us again at about 10 minutes after 12 o'clock. We'll give you another traffic report. Have a good morning, drive safe Cayman Islands, and click it or ticket.
At Subway, we know a meal isn't quite complete without a side, and that's why we're introducing waffle fries. Subway's waffle fries are oven-baked softness with extra crispy edge, giving a satisfying taste to be enjoyed as is or in any of Subway's dipping sauces. Order waffle fries as a side item for $2 or make it a meal deal. Subway, eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Radio Cayman, the voice, the heart, the soul of the Cayman Islands.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Thank you, Susan. Welcome back to the Business Buzz. This is our second and final segment for this beautiful Tuesday morning here at Radio Cayman. And this morning, we're putting the spotlight on Piece of Paradise, and we spell that peace, P-E-A-C-E, Piece of Paradise, and it sounds so relaxing, just so soothing. Now, the owner of Piece of Paradise, Miss Tiffany Leanne Connolly, she began her journey as an artist at the age of 12 and hasn't stopped creating since. Piece of Paradise is a home-based venture which was launched in January 2020. Tiffany started experimenting with resin, among other materials, and her practice has evolved into a wide variety of mixed media. A lot of the materials that Tiffany would use are poured and present a constant challenge. Though she manipulates her pieces and tries to control the outcome, Tiffany allows the art to be its own creation. Her work consists of coasters, jewelry, trays to tabletops, and even bathroom sinks. She draws inspiration from the natural beauty surrounding her, from the calm waves to the wave-covered horizons. Tiffany has designed the KY heart, which depicts all three islands in the shape of a heart. This, as well as several other Cayman-themed designs, are now a part of Piece of Paradise's the KY3 t-shirt line. And there's more. As a huge advocate for mental health and awareness, Tiffany hopes to one day open an art therapy studio here in the Cayman Islands, releasing our emotions and feelings, then knitting them together to create unique, one-of-a-kind pieces. It is her physical endeavor to create from the heart. It's a reflection of her internal state, which she strives to do her very best to illustrate and understand. One thing that is crystal clear is her love for the Cayman Islands, which is evident in her recently launched the KY3 t-shirt line. And that's a wonderful bio. And Susan put that all together. And Tiffany sent it to you. Okay, Susan put it together and we had it for you. Good morning and welcome to the Business Buzz here on Radio Cayman. Tiffany, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Oh, yes. You're very welcome, Tiffany. Like I said, she's the owner and artist of Piece of Paradise. Tiffany, we've got so much to talk about and we have so little time.
Right.
Walk us through your creative journey, how it all began, and how you've turned passion into products to start your own small home-based business.
Yes. Well, it really was, I wouldn't say a spur of the moment, because I've always known that I wanted to be in the arts. I think COVID kind of launched me into it, and the people around me in the community have also helped to give me that little nudge. It all really started with a coffee table. That's where the story starts
Just
from.
one coffee table?
One coffee
Normally
table.
it's one coffee cup.
No.
It's one coffee table. Okay.
It was a coffee table that was just in the living room, and we had just redone the living room, new curtains, new paint, new carpet, and I was just like, this coffee table does not match anything in this room anymore. And you could see markings from when we were kids to scrapes and all kind of stuff.
It had a naturally
yeah,
distressed look.
It was very it was time for it to go, but there was no reason for it to be thrown away, to be put in the dump, because it was still very sturdy and strong.
Well, think about all the history.
Yeah, and exactly, you know, it was from my older sister to me to my younger sisters. So I took it upon myself to give it a new look, to give it a facelift. And I just posted the before and after on Facebook, and people went crazy. People were messaging me saying, how much did this cost and all this stuff. And I just started doing it for friends for free, you know, $5 here, whatever. It was COVID. But ever since then, it's just kind of taken its way and done its own thing, you know?
Let's go back to the table, okay?
Yeah.
Don't move so fast.
Okay.
So what did you do? Do you sand it down?
Yes.
Tell us the process.
I had no idea what I was doing. None whatsoever. We were painting something else in the house, and I had leftover paint, and I sanded it down because I wanted to make sure that the paint stuck to it. I have a oh my gosh, what's the word?
Sanding machine?
Yeah, so it's a mechanical one, so it's a plug-in kind of electrical sander, and so it's a hand sander, and I took that, sanded it down. I think it was like 60 grit at first or something, and then I was like, oh, this is really rough, it's gonna show through. Then I didn't have any other sandpaper around, but I did have resin because I was experimenting with that as well, which is a glass like finish. So I was like, okay, that's gonna cover up all of the holes and bumps and all that kind of stuff. So I spray painted it gray, and then I did an ocean seascape scene on the top, and it came out great. And I had no idea what I was doing. I just got really excited, and I was like, oh, I it's just like paint, you know, and it's not, but it came out.
So you do
pretty
resin
great.
first and then you paint?
So you mix the colorants into the resin. So it's a clear liquid, and to get the different scenes that I do, you add colorant. I used to use acrylic oils or resin pigments, but I've also switched over to using acrylic paint just because I'm more familiar with that.
Okay, so you start from the one table.
Yeah, just the one table. 4 legs.
Four legs. How many likes did you get after that?
On the one post, I'm not even sure, but it had been shared so much that collectively it was definitely over 100 or so likes.
Well, we know that shares are definitely better than the likes, right?
Exactly.
We don't really care for the likes. We just want the shares.
I want to make sure other people are seeing it, yeah.
That's right. So, Tiffany, as someone with this artistic talent, who is your greatest creative inspiration?
Okay, so other than my natural inspiration from everything around me, the Cayman Islands and all of its beauty, I do have 3 or 4 people that are my go-to when I'm looking for inspiration, when I'm having a little inspiration block. So Molly Leach and Olga Sobey are both fluid artists. So they work with acrylic paints, and they do acrylic pours, which is something I only recently got into. It's this form of pouring the acrylic paint when it's diluted and liquefied a little bit more, and it spreads over your area, and it creates beautiful scenery. And then there's also Ronnie Langley, who is an oceanscape artist who also works with wood and resin like myself. So because I'm still fairly new to working with these 2 materials, she's someone who is very much so where I would like to be in the next few years. So she's definitely someone who is inspiring to me. And then my old at heart artist, my favorite artist, is David Hockney. He is a huge influencer of the 1960s, 1950s pop movement in art. So he is a big influence. He's a British artist, and he's just someone I've always admired, and just his background story. He works in many different areas, so that's just something that really inspires me.
And I'm pretty sure a few years from now, you're inspiring me as I'm sitting here.
Oh, thank you.
So a few years from now, you will be somebody's inspiration.
I hope so.
Yes, I know that. I could see it. So, Tiffany, do you think that creativity involves putting your heart and soul into your work? Or is it more like letting your mind flow freely to observe the results of your creation?
I read a quote one time, and it said something along the lines of, art allows us to lose ourselves and find ourselves all at once. I think art is something that when you are at your lowest, you can create. When you are on top of a mountain, you can still create. It allows you to feel things that you weren't able to express, see things you weren't able to understand, and just communicate things that are so hard to put into words. And I think that's one of my favorite things about art, that it's just a language that we all speak, and becoming fluent in it only takes practice. So yeah.
It just takes practice.
Yeah, I think art is just something that we're all able to do. And art is actually a lot easier when you don't know how to do it. It becomes more difficult when you know what you're supposed to do, and then you critique yourself a little too hard sometimes.
You know, it's funny you say that, because on Saturday I had a conversation with actually Miss Lorna Reed from Cayman Islands National Dance Company. She was in the studio with me, and she said her mom, back in Jamaica, before she came to Cayman, her mom sent her to art class, you know, and they had dance classes right next to the art class, and she started drifting from art to dance. And look at her, right?
Yeah.
She became that dancer.
It's funny because I was in the dance school with Miss Reed, and so I drifted the other way.
Okay, I'm sure her mommy would be glad. I'm pretty sure she's happy how Lorna
turned out.
I'm
sure.
Yeah. How does your family feel about you, Tiffany, having this creative side? Because I know you've done the Miss Cayman Universe thing, and you've done your modeling and all that. Yes. Now you've gone to this extreme, if you want to call it that. How do your family think while you're doing
funny.
this?
Everyone's asked me that question. Everyone's always wondering, oh, how did you go from makeup and hair and fashion and all this stuff to sanding and painting and
getting dust in your nostrils?
It's so funny because I have always been into this stuff. I just never posted it. You know, I've always been one to get messy and figure things out, and always had paint in my hair, paint on my hands, just always wanted to create something. So from I was a very young age, I used to take sheets and drape them over me to create dresses and gowns and stuff. That's just always been who I was, and I was always the one who figured out a way to make something if it wasn't there already. Science projects were my favorite thing in school because it allowed me to be creative and still learn and teach at the same time. So my grandfather was also a carpenter, so I mean it's really in my blood. My entire family is creative in some respect, either singing, dancing, painting, carpentry, something. So they're all very supportive of it, and they know that this is something I've always been into, very passionate about. So
my next question would have been, what does art mean to you?
Oh, well,
and what colors and mediums do you like to work with?
Art is a lie that reveals the truth to us. That was a quote that we learned in school a couple of years ago. And art is a way in which we communicate with those we do not know, tell stories that we have not heard, and share feelings that otherwise could not be expressed. Art is a language we are all fluent in, and my favorite colors to work with are cool colors, which are blues and greens and purples, and I'm learning to push myself to working with the other half of the color wheel, the warmer colors, reds and oranges. So that's taking me into sunsets and flowers and stuff. So it's really opening my eyes and seeing a bigger picture. So from just the ocean and the sky to now I'm on land. And but primarily I work with acrylic and resin. So that was how I created the coffee table, and I'm also becoming more familiar with woodworking, and I have also recently started working with vinyl. I have another project in mind that I want to incorporate into Piece of Paradise because I do want to be more eco-friendly, so I am looking to work with recycled plastics very soon.
Yeah, we were talking about off air, we were talking about you loving the minimalistic way of living. Me too.
Once it doesn't involve clothes.
Right. And I'm right. And I'll keep my books.
Exactly.
I must have my books or my CDs with me.
Yeah. So I think just being very minimal and having a clean slate at all times is really nice. And being able to put what you want on it when you want it is also a very nice feeling to have. So yeah.
Are there any colors that you don't like, Tiffany?
Oh gosh, pink. Oh gosh. As a little girl, it is thrown in your face.
Pink.
It is in your hair, it is on your nails, it is on your shirt, your shoes, your pants, everything. And I think that it was just so... I was in a house of all girls. I just saw it too much. I'm learning to love it. It's a beautiful color because there's like your blouse. It's beautiful. I love it on you.
I had to wear pink today. Wow.
But when I work with pink, it's just so hard for me because it's like it doesn't go with blue, which is my favorite color. So it's really hard. It's really hard to work with.
I think one of these
me.
days you're gonna return to pink.
I am. I think so too, because like I said, I'm trying to work with all the colors of the color wheel. So I'm trying so hard to be inclusive of the color pink. But every time I do, I just add more blue, and then it's purple.
Okay. All right. So, we know which color you don't like, Tiffany.
Yes.
When we come back from the break, we'll find out which piece, if there's a piece you've ever created that you hated, but the public may have loved.
Okay.
I said that. We'll go to break. I want to thank our sponsors this morning, Cayman Medical Supplies. Coming soon, Brack Medical Supplies, specializing in retail medical supplies in the Sister Islands. And thanks to our other sponsor, Cayman Insurance Center.
2020. Unprecedented times, uncertainty, and literally a new way of life.
Life happens, usually without warning.
That is why making sure that your family is insured is so important.
Cayman Insurance Center, 47 years strong, working to protect your family and your most valuable assets.
Whether you need to get a quote, renew a policy, or file a claim, Cayman Insurance Center is here to protect you and your family.
For more information, call 949-4657. Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, health, motor, and other lines of insurance products and services at affordable rates.
Student registration for the 2021-2022 academic school year is open to the public from 8th April to 30th June 2021. Students must now be registered online at schools.edu.ky. Parents will have the ability to enter the students' information and securely upload all relevant documents. If you need assistance, please contact the Department of Education Services at 945-1199 or email edu.registration@gov.ky.
Radio Cayman, maintaining the innovation.
On a daily basis, making it easy to connect with you, our listeners. Add us to WhatsApp today, 925-3261. That's 925-3261.
Radio Cayman.
Send a text or voice note.
Can I send a request, please?
You don't really have to ask us. Just send a request.
This is a shout out to my ex.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
Radio Cayman, maintaining the innovation.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz. If you're just joining us, we have in the studio this morning on our final segment, Piece of Paradise, and that's spelled Peace. And we're speaking with the owner and artist of Piece of Paradise, Miss Tiffany Leanne Connolly.
Yes.
Tiffany, is your middle name Leanne?
Yes.
Okay. I want to make sure. Now, before the break, we said, I asked you, out of all the pieces that you've created, is there something that you hated, but the public may have loved and perhaps even purchased?
anything
Any such
pink.
pieces? Anything pink?
Yeah, I've had a lot
Right.
of orders about pink coasters, and they came out gorgeous. I'm not being biased, but they came out great. The colors that I chose, the colors that the person did. Pink dominoes I've done, pink.
Pink dominoes?
Yeah, I do dominoes as well.
Wow.
Any of those pink things were really hard for me to fall in love with. I usually fall in love with all my pieces and have a mini relationship with them before they go to their new owner. And the pink ones are very easy to give to their new owner, I must say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll order pink from you just to annoy you.
I think everyone is gonna do that now. Oh gosh. Okay.
And speaking of ordering, can someone commission you to create a special piece of art or project for them?
Yes. So I love working with people and their pieces, especially people who feel that they're not creative. It's just really nice to turn a thought into a physical thing, into something that's tangible that you can touch. And I love working on custom pieces, so commissions are very much so welcome. They usually turn out to be some of my favorite pieces, just because I love seeing how excited that person gets to be when they see that their thought, because they don't get to go through all the steps and they don't get to see it being born.
Right.
So they just had a thought and then they leave it up to me to deliver. So it's really nice to see their face when I do bring it to them and they see it for the first time and we talked and
The
all
big
their
reveal.
Yeah, and it's just their excitement of that was my idea and it became real. So it's great. Commissions are very much so welcome.
Is there a particular theme that is evident throughout your work, and how do current trends in the artistic community influence your work?
Yes. So the current theme would definitely be home or freedom in home, because here in the Cayman Islands, I have always felt a sense of belonging, even if I'm not necessarily around a particular group of people, but just walks on the beach, walk to the gas station, things like that. I've always just felt very grounded here, and I've studied abroad for 3-4 years, so I know what I'm talking about when I say here in the Cayman Islands, I feel the most at home, because you don't feel like you have to look over your shoulder, like you're gonna get mugged, things like that. In my art, I definitely want to depict a Caymanian's love for Cayman. If it's myself, if it's someone looking in, if it's someone from overseas looking in versus a Caymanian, I want them to understand how much Cayman means to us and all that Cayman has to offer. So definitely freedom and home here in the Cayman Islands.
Okay, you have your home base. This is a home base venture for you.
Yes.
Do you market outside of the Cayman Islands?
Currently, no. I do have 2 clients in Aruba. So it's, they own a villa, so they order pieces monthly or so. And I'm working on venturing and branching out to overseas people so that they can also order. Now that I have the website up, it's accessible to them. But at the moment, it is just for us Caymanians, so it kind of feels nice that it's our own.
This?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll keep it on the low for now.
Yeah, for now.
For now. How do you keep motivated, Tiffany, when working under pressure in meeting those clients' deadline?
Oh gosh. Fortunately, I have not run into that problem yet.
Okay.
So I'm very happy, knock on wood, that I haven't run into that problem. I think people are very understanding, knowing that it's just myself doing all of these projects. So when I give them 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 3 to 5 days, they're very understanding that, okay, that's how long it's going to take. And people are very excited to get their piece of art. So they're not worried about it getting there in 5 days, 2 seconds. They just know that when they do get it, they're going to love it. So
and you can't rush art.
Exactly. You really can't.
You
and
can't
with resin,
rush creative juices.
Yeah, with resin, you have to take 24 hours for it to fully cure. So sometimes it's not even up to me how quickly I want to get it done. I have to wait. This has taught me patience. If anything else, it has taught me to be patient. At first, I would test the resin, touch the resin, and it's sticky, and I've messed it up. And I just had to learn that you cannot touch this, Tiffany. You just have to wait. So yeah,
I can just see you just touching it and just
Yeah,
getting your fingerprint in that. Tiffany, talk to us about the intricacies of operating that home base venture, and what are some of your must-haves?
Okay, space.
space
at all times.
Do you have space?
Yes. So I've enclosed the garage, and it is now an 8x20 workspace area for me, which is really nice, ventilated and everything. And so just up until yesterday, I was rearranging. I have this planner on my laptop that I just measure out and rearrange stuff to make the best use of the space that I do have. And it's just really important to be able to do all of the things that I'm doing to find room to. This piece is drying, and now I'm getting more orders, so just drying space is very important for me, and just keeping it clean and keeping it functional is very, very much so something that I need to do. Yeah.
So do you have a website set up and all the good stuff?
Yes. So I've recently launched my website, which is peaceofparadise345.com. And again, that's PEACE of paradise.345.com, which is super helpful now in taking orders and is a nice direct space for me to share with people exactly what I have to offer. And my Instagram page is also very important in keeping everyone up to date on quick information, like being on Radio Cayman today, Business Buzz. It's also like a mini online portfolio, so people can see how I've grown, how I've progressed, and that is peace_of_paradise345.
And do you have a Facebook page as well?
Yes. So my Facebook page is, no surprise here, Piece of Paradise 345.
How about a telephone number?
Yes. My telephone number is 325-8037.
And you have email, of course.
Yes. And shocker, peaceofparadise345@gmail.com.
And let me guess, the website is peaceofparadise345.com. Can't miss that.
Can't miss it. Made it very simple for people to find me. You just have to remember the phrase Piece of Paradise 345.
Nothing like repetition.
Exactly.
Now, Tiffany, what artistic tools do you value most in completing your projects?
A leveled surface. Oh my gosh. Although resin is self-leveling, you have to have a level surface for it to level too. My blow dryer is my heart and soul right now to make sure that those waves come out great. I have a handy dandy straw as well to create smaller waves, smaller pieces. A straw. Yeah, it's a blue striped straw. It's a plastic straw, and it is very much so my straw. It's put away. It has its own little case. It's my straw. It's very important. An X-Acto knife, paintbrushes, spoons, and gloves. All these things are very important.
Spoons?
Yeah, for mixing the resin.
Oh, okay, mixing.
It's a chemical reaction, so you can't get it on your skin. And when I first started, my mom, my friends would all tease me. They're like, Tiffany, you're supposed to be like covered. I'd be like in shorts and a t-shirt and like slippers doing this stuff, and they're like, you need to like wear overalls. The paint would be all over me all the time. So yeah, I have definitely become more safe and wearing protective gear when I'm doing my work now.
Do you wear a mask for that? I mean, resin, it smells really...
It is very
has a strong smell.
And you should not be inhaling it, so you should be wearing a mask.
So do you wear a mask?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So I got very used to that through COVID, so thank you very much for that, COVID, I guess.
No, are there any other projects that you would like to design? Or in this case, redesign?
Yes, so I do have one redesign that I'm working on. So as I mentioned earlier, I do want to work with recycled plastics, and that's how I will be making my coasters in the future. So people have noticed the slowdown in production of my coasters, and that is because I do want to be more environmentally friendly and use reusable plastics. So that's one thing that I'm working on. I hope to have very soon available to the customers of Piece of Paradise.
Tiffany, before we came on air, you were talking about your experience at the Catboat Club, the old Catboat Club by Lobster Pot, that you went in there and you were asking me if I knew about the
community shed. Yes.
Yeah. And I had no idea.
Right. So I had no idea they existed either, but they reached out to me, Mark Nicole, and he reached out. He said that they were clearing out to go into a new space, and they had lots of driftwood and all kinds of other pieces of plywood, other old leftovers, and that is my go-to. That's my holy grail, So it was great when he reached out to me, and I'm very supportive of them. And I'm also working on a piece that they provided to me right now. So it's a glass table. And I'm just really excited to
You're
show
doing
them.
that free of charge for them?
So he
project?
gave it to me 100% free, and I'm just redoing it for resale for someone. And I'm just very excited for it. So I've never worked on glass like this before. So I did a few practice swatches on glass cutting boards, and I'm really excited to show I'm actually showing the final piece tomorrow. So yeah, I'm very excited to.
Nice. Wish you had it in the studio so we could put it up.
It's
and
huge.
Susan
though,
can take a shot of that. Susan? No, Tiffany, people are tough. We're resilient, or supposed to be. And societies go through really, really challenging times. How did this COVID-19 pandemic affect the arts and the creative process across the globe?
Across the globe, art definitely
and here
took a
as
hit.
well.
Yeah, art definitely took a hit though worldwide. Unfortunately, art is always seen as the lesser than, so it's always the first to go. You know, you see it in movies and in schools all the time where when the school is making cuts, the art classes are the ones to go first, which is unfortunate because there's so many kids who benefit from art, like myself. And so for me, COVID actually allowed me to create without any pressure. So it allowed me to just take my time. I didn't have to rush. I stay up till 5 a.m. sometimes creating. So doing that with a 9-to-5 job doesn't really work out because if you go to bed at 5, it's really hard to get to a job at 9 a.m. So I think COVID allowed me definitely to take my time when creating, to really plan out exactly what I wanted. And at this time, I had already shown people the coffee table. So people were already asking me about that. So I was doing deliveries COVID-free, COVID-safe during COVID. Like people were delivering me their coffee tables. I was leaving it outside for 2 days, making it de-COVID and working on it and then delivering it to them. And it was just really hectic. And so things like that. So COVID allowed me opportunities, but also I think took away from other people. But I'm happy to see that arts are coming back into the world right now. We're seeing the dance
gratitude.
Yeah, gratitude is happening this weekend. So things like that we're seeing coming back into our community, and I'm really
just had
excited about that.
Miss Royal Cayman Islands pageant this last weekend. You know, full house. Yeah. Now, Tiffany, you still have that 9-to-5 job?
I do not. I'm full-time Piece of Paradise owner
Piece
and
of
artist.
Paradise.
It is
I love it.
Yeah,
I absolutely love it. I love it. I love it. Now, what role does the artist have in society, and how can we all build creative confidence?
Yes. There's a phrase. It's on T-shirts, posters everywhere, that without art, the earth is just You know, it's just whatever, whatever. Because, you know, and I think that's something that we have to really think about, because we shouldn't let people divide the world into creatives and non-creatives, because the fact that we're all different and see things and hear things differently makes us creative, you know, because there were many times that I would see squiggles on a wall and I'd say to my mom, hey, look at that dog, look at that dragon. And she's like, it's squiggles. And I'm like, no, if you look right there, there's a dog. And she couldn't see it, but I could. And, you know, it's just our perspectives and our different ways of seeing things allows us to all be creatives, to give different input on ideas. And I find that the key we have is to see ourselves as creatives and embrace that creativity. You know, we have to allow ourselves to be creative and stop telling ourselves that we aren't.
I'm so proud of you, Tiffany.
Oh,
I'm
thank you.
so proud of you.
Thank you.
I just look at you and I see this great artist. Just I don't know. I just seen a different, because I first saw your table, your coffee table in Inside Out magazine.
Oh right, yes.
And I was like, Tiffany did that? Wow.
A lot of people didn't know I was an artist. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, wow. You have such hidden talent, you know, but I was so glad I saw that.
Thank
you. And now I'm interviewing you here. It's just amazing. I just love it. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Tiffany will talk about your future aspirations and, of course, the KY3 T-shirt line.
Thank you.
Oh, Oh, gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies, free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Still delivering island-wide for your convenience.
That thing we've been saying for 64 years, ignore it. Eat the KFC wings, drink the KFC gravy, fill up on fries. Just please forget the thing we normally suggest. You know, that thing you used to do with your tongue after finishing a delicious piece of our KFC chicken. We get it. It's not easy. There's a reason why it's been our slogan for over half a century. But the world's drastically changed of late, and as soon as we can embrace the change, the sooner we can all get back to doing what we do best. KFC. It's good.
We give you honor and praise, adoration and glory.
Radio Cayman.
Praise time.
Praise him, praise him. Come and let's praise the Lord. Come and let's praise the Lord. Praise him in the morning and in the evening. Oh, let's praise the Lord.
Praise time in the morning.
Praise him, praise him.
Weekdays 6 to 6:30 a.m.
Radio Cayman, waking you up.
Rock my soul in the blues of my faith. Rock my soul in the blues of my faith.
Praise time.
I know he cares. He'll always be there. Oh, yeah. Praise him, praise him, praise him.
Praise time.
Set your clock for 6 a.m. or you will miss it.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz. We're heading up to 9 o'clock when Susan will bring you some sweet, sweet music on the breakfast session. But in the meantime, we have in the studio owner and artist of Piece of Paradise. That's Peace. I just love that. I just love the piece. And we're speaking with the owner artist, Miss Tiffany Leanne Connolly. Tiffany. Now, I'm just blown away by all this art and the creative juices from the girls this morning and now you. So
Yes.
for the rest of the day, I'll be sitting on my desk thinking, I need to create something.
I hope
Maybe
so.
a commercial. Somebody might get a good commercial today out of it. You know. No, what are your thoughts on using art as therapy? And we're curious to learn more about your future aspirations pertaining to an art therapy studio.
Yes. Well, the Cayman Islands doesn't actually have a mental health policy, which is something that is very unfortunate. But none of the persons working in the mental health facility have really had any training with human right protection and patients in mental health facilities. So they're trained in mental health but haven't really had that on-hand experience before going in. And I think art kind of bridges that gap.
Mm-hmm.
Art allows you to help someone without having to have that doctorate degree, you know, without having to be so worried about saying the right thing, offending anyone, or triggering someone in the wrong way. Art kind of is a softer way to reach out to someone, to hear them without them having to really say much. There's a lot of exercises in art therapy that work with the brain in a way that you're saying things that you don't even realize are in there. And I think that's one of the, like I said before, art is a language that we all speak. We just have to become fluent in it. And so expressing yourself, and like I said, I'm a mental health advocate, so I myself have suffered with depression, anxiety, many different trials in my life have happened, and art has always gotten me through it. Whether it was staying up till 5 a.m. creating, or because I was creating, being able to fall asleep at 9 p.m., you know? And I just think art is something that definitely would be an impact here in the Cayman Islands. And ever since the first time I learned about using art as a creative way to explore emotions, it reduces anxiety, increases self-esteem, and it can even counter depression. So I wanted to be a part of bringing that to the Cayman Islands and our people, particularly our young people. And mental health awareness is very personal and close to my heart. So because I've lost a friend to this illness as well, and opening an art therapy studio here is just the beginning, but it takes a village. So
well, anytime you have that open, Tiffany, like I just told you off, just call me.
Yeah.
I like to dedicate one afternoon. Yes. And that's a commitment, and I made it public. Okay. Yes. So I can't go back on my word.
No,
right?
You cannot. And this is posted on YouTube now too.
So. That's right. And I look forward to seeing, hearing more of this. Yes. Okay. Now, you've designed a KY heart t-shirt line, as well as other Cayman theme designs that are part of Piece of Paradise. Tell us more about what they depict.
Okay. The KY3 t-shirt line is all about showing off your Cayman pride. The featured design is the KY heart that I have now dubbed and named, which depicts the 3 islands forming a heart. It's a unique design that includes all 3 of the Cayman Islands, as well as all of the love that we share for them. The other designs are also focused on showing our Cayman vocabulary and other landmarks such as Cayman Brack Bluff.
Okay, give me one.
So one of the t-shirts is the word Broadupsy. So a lot of people aren't very familiar with that word, and the one who are really love that design.
We had Broadupsy.
Yeah. So it's, I have Broadupsy. So I was very excited to launch that design. And I think the one with the Cayman Brack Bluff is also very close to a lot of people because it's just how it is. It's no bias or unbiased that the designs are usually of the Grand Cayman Island. And I think that that's unfortunately because we should be showing all of the islands. We should. Inclusive. It's the Cayman Islands. It's all 3 of us.
That's right.
So I say all the time that it's the sister islands, and I have 3 sisters. So if any of us were to be left out of something, one of us would feel away. So that's,
Jessica was in the studio just now, and she had her
the
necklace.
Cayman pendant.
Yeah, right. So I was saying to her, I wish Jessica that.
The other
alongside
3.
The 2 islands were right next to Grand Cayman or somewhere incorporated into that one necklace.
In maybe about a year or so, I'm hoping to get the KY heart into a pendant. So
nice.
That's something
we can look forward to that. Now, how can we place orders for the KY3 t-shirts?
Yes, so placing orders can be made on my website, peaceofparadise345.com, and that is PEACE of paradise345.com. Other orders or questions that you may have can be emailed to me at peaceofparadise345@gmail.com, or on Instagram you can DM me at peaceof_paradise345, and you can also give me a call if you haven't reached out to me in any other way, or WhatsApp me at 325-8037.
Can't miss you at all.
No, Piece of Paradise.
What is the turnaround time to receive your t-shirts?
Your t-shirts can be delivered to you in 3 to 5 days. Okay. It just depends on how quickly or how many you order. Okay. There's no minimum order.
No minimum, okay.
But if you do order more than 10, I ask that you give me a little time. It's just myself, so that's appreciative. The colors that are available right now are black, white, and blue. And I have 13 designs available on the website. And I do hope to post some more for Christmas time, a little more themed to Christmas. I love Christmas, so everything in Piece of Paradise will have a Christmas theme. But yeah, so I'm just really excited about that. Like I said, orders can be placed on my website, and you have a choice of 13 different designs, and I look forward to seeing all of the orders roll in.
Black, white, and blue. No pinks.
Yes, no pinks. I do hope to have some new colors soon, but right now it's black, white, and blue.
Black, white, and blue. I love the fact that you have blue in there, and black is my favorite color. Now, Tiffany, with regards to your art pieces, your creative pieces, do you have a price list that someone can look at, or we go by piece, by project?
So that's exactly why I'm so excited for the website, because now I'm able to post the product and its price. So other than commission pieces, everything has a set price.
Right.
Commission pieces would then definitely be based off of time and size, but everything else is listed as is on the website.
All right. So is there anything else you'd like to tell us, Tiffany, either about yourself or your pieces or your home-based venture?
I'm just really excited for all of the support I've been getting. This is exactly what Piece of Paradise is all about. Just the connection of Caymanians to Cayman and how we support each other. So receiving the support that I'm trying to promote is amazing, phenomenal, and I'm just really thankful to everyone who has supported me, nudged me, given me hope. And on my days when I feel like I really can't do this anymore, they were the ones to just hold me up and just say, yeah, you can, and you have to keep doing this because you're doing an amazing job. And everyone who said that they're proud of me, I can't say thank you enough for having that pride in me that I have in Cayman. So just thank you to everyone, and thank you for having me again.
Oh, Tiffany, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
We love having you in here, and I'm pretty sure Susan is going to invite you back to find out what you've been doing, how you've been keeping up with those pieces and those huge orders. If we can find time to, if you'll find time to come back in, because you'll be so busy.
I will find time. I love it here. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Tiffany, thank you so much. And like I said before, we're so proud of you. Good luck in all your ventures, all those huge commissions that you're going to collect.
Yes.
We wish you well. Our guest in the studio this morning was Miss Tiffany Connolly. Tiffany is artist owner of, as you just heard, Piece of Paradise. Thank you so much for chatting with us on the Business Buzz. Stay tuned. Coming up, we'll have Susan's got some sweet music on the breakfast session. And thanks, of course, to Susan, our producer, our listeners, and you, our viewers. Our studio guests, formerly the first set this morning, Jessica and Ika, and also our sponsors, Cayman Medical Supplies and Cayman Insurance Center. We'll see you back in studio on Thursday for more of the Business Buzz. In the meantime, please stay safe and have a wonderful Tuesday.
Follow Radio Cayman on Twitter. All the latest information, breaking news, community events, and more. Follow us at twitter.com/Radio Cayman.